Okay, so I'm back here, Robert, once again. Okay, in this video, I will be covering how to create an intro and an outro for your video using Camtasia software. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started. You should be able to see my pointer on screen. Okay, first off, one thing that I do want to say, because to create a intro, you can see it here on screen here. I did this one with Canva. It comes out okay, but I highly recommend you use Fiverr. Okay, you can get it done professionally done. It'll look way better than what I have here. So I don't want to recommend Canva at this point until I find out that we can just make it just as beautiful as somebody can on Fiverr. So at this point, I'm not seeing that. I've already done it. Mine's okay, but I don't believe it's 100% like you can find on Fiverr. So let me show you how you do this. If you've never done it before, when you're inside one of your tracks here, you're going to need to put it wherever you want it. So in order to do this, what I do is I'm going to blow this up a little bit so you can see, and then we'll actually do it again so you guys can see. Let me just pull this over so we can get to where I'm going. There's my intro, and then on top of it I have music. So this is my music track on top, and then here's my intro. Here's me speaking on camera. And then I go straight into the intro. So the way I do it is I just talk a little bit and then right away say okay, and that's usually how everybody does them, but you can do them any way you want. You don't even need an intro. A lot of people are just fading out of it, I can say, and doing, everyone tries to change things. Things are only good for so long, and then they'll use them, but it kind of brands you. So if you want to use it, use them. Create one yourself. You can either create them in Camtasia software, also learn how to do it in Camtasia. Watch the videos, pretty easy to do. If you build it in Camtasia, it will look nice, but my favorite way to do it is just have somebody build you one inside Fiverr. So if you do use it, and then you have the music on top. That's what you want to do. You can see my music spikes up while it's playing and so forth. So let's go ahead and put the playhead on it so you can see how mine works. So let's go ahead and watch how it goes. I'll actually run it. I'm going to run it because my fingers I'll be too jerky. So here it goes. I'll be right back. Well, you can still hear me. You should not be able to hear any sound. If you do, I don't think so. I don't think you can hear any sound. So you can see how that was. So it wasn't over. So we're going to put the playhead and stop it right there. So it looks pretty cool, I guess. I was able to accomplish somewhat what I had in mind inside Canva. It's okay, right? So let's go ahead and go straight over to the very end over here. And we're going to run our playhead way over here so we can do it over here. This is just for training purposes. I would never put it here. I just want to show you how you can do it. So if you wanted to do it, you would go to your audio track of your camera wherever you're speaking, and that's this. See, I can see the little dots around it. I know I'm on the right one, right? So I'm going to click here. I'm going to put the playhead exactly where I want it, and then I'm going to go over here. You see me pointing, and click split, and then I'm able to drag this out and make room. There's two ways of doing this. You grab your intro video that's over here, you right click and hit add to timeline, but it's usually going to throw it on top way over here, and I don't want it to end up over here. So I'm just going to grab it and place it where I want it, and it's going to be right there. There we go. And then I grab this, the piece that I just moved, and then scoot it over. Of course, you never would put it over here because see, it's even hanging off. I would need to adjust everything. It goes in the front of your video. I'm just trying to show you how it would come in. But again, if I did that, then I would split the top piece also and put my music on top. I would grab a little bit of music and put the music and then set it in just right. But that's how you put your intro inside. You just use the split feature. So play around with the split feature and you'll understand how it works. The main thing is when you're speaking your audio and you on camera, you want to like maybe fade down. So you want to fade out and then let your intro take over. And then when you continue back, you fade in. Okay, so then you would go to your audio effects and then go fade in, and that would do it there. You just go ahead and click and right click and say add to selected media if you want it to fade in right there. And that's how you would do it, where it comes in nice and seamless. Okay, so that's that. And let me show you really quick how I do the outros. But before we do that, we'll make it back to normal. And there it is right here. So in outros, you can do a custom, another one, have somebody build you one in Fiverr. It's never a bad idea to do that. It looks really cool. Or you can do something else, which is this. Watch how it runs on there. That's what happens. I did that with my mouse, but I mean, if I play the playhead, it's going to do the same thing. I made it so it pushes my video over here. Get your links. This is goofy. This can be really fixed up much nicer. But how did I do that? I'm going to show you. We just go over here, and then if you look over here, I have the two little things here, right? So that's what controls me moving everything over. I usually start where you can see where I'm at. I look at the timer. The video is going to end at let me see what I'm trying to say here. The video is going to go, yeah, okay, so we're gonna, you can see where it ends, 40.39. What I do is, let me see if I can explain this. On YouTube, you get 20 seconds to add your video. So what I do here is, sometimes I don't even worry about what YouTube does, and I just create my own end screen. But this one is built for YouTube. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to make things happen, and right when I get here, right there, that's where YouTube kicks in. I need this spot for YouTube. So that's when I add the video. So when it starts to play on YouTube, it all seems to work perfect because I started right about 40 seconds before. Makes sense, right? So how did we do that again? These two here, that is me, that's this one, and this one here is my screen. So in order to create this, I'll delete it and show you how I did it. And then I go to, where is it, right here, custom. Make sure how I got there so you can see. So it's on this one here. Whoops, there we go. Custom, and just right click and add it right there. And it pushed it over here, but that's fine. And what we're gonna do is, I usually make these line up so they start at the same exact time. In order to do that, if you wanted to do what I did, you would remove, let me just get rid of this one again to show you exactly how I normally do it. Okay, so I get rid of them both, and what I do is I put a mark right there, and then I will light up the other one and put another one right there, and I will move the, let's see, how do I usually do it? I do the screen first, which would be this one. So I'll drag this down, and then immediately I'll grab this one and I'll just drag it over here. So you don't have to drag it all perfectly or nothing. And then you just grab this one and pull it, and this one and pull it to the same, so they're the same. So when it takes off and does its thing, you can see if we play it, it's going to work. It's going to do exactly what we're trying to do. Boom. Just like that. And then everything comes into play, my little thing. So I'll pause it right now. This right here was this. So I built, that's just a call out. Okay, and that's found over here, and you can just do call outs and create one here. That's this one. And you can change the color. In fact, I can't stand this thing. There it is right there. That's what I want. The font needs to be changed. And just the color and the whole thing. I mean, it's just horrible. It just doesn't look right the way I built it back then. I guess I was in a rush because I like things nice. I don't know. That thing always bothered me, the way it looked. That looks much better. I just need to change the colors of this and something that I like. But that's how it works. And boom, you can see how that transitions over. It looks really cool. And we got music and everything playing in there as well. The music The music will go pretty loud, but not that loud because I am still speaking. And even when you do this kind of outro, I think these are better than running like your normal front outro. The front outro should be one that is just like whatever the curtains, like I have the curtains because it matches my little backdrop. But at the end, I need people to pay attention and say, get your links. I'm still speaking. And then I always usually say, don't forget. Sometimes I'll do it with my left arm and I'll point and I'll say, don't forget to watch this video over here coming up. And I choose the video from the YouTube lineup of my own videos, which one will resonate with this one, which makes sense that they should watch. I'll choose it instead of letting YouTube say, hey, I feel like YouTube says you should watch this one. You don't need to do that. If you're running a small channel like mine, especially, choose the one you feel would fit in better, and you grab that under end screens inside YouTube. Okay, but this is how you do it from Camtasia. The other part, again, I'll say it one more time, you add your video here from the YouTube side. So you go inside YouTube, after everything's all set and done, you upload your video. After it's uploaded, it'll let you, like a minute later, it'll say, okay, add your end screen. You can only add your end screen when it's completely uploaded, and then you choose your video. And maybe I should make another video on that, even just to show you guys, but most people know how to do that. So if I add one, I'll add one later, maybe just see if I have one, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying, so I might. So let's just see, what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's how you do it. And you guys know how to add your intro. Get your intros, either build one. If you want to save money like me, I'm always trying to save money and learn. So just learn how to make one with Camtasia. They usually have a bunch of preset ones you can use, and then you can just add your own stuff to it. And don't make them big. Make them very quick. If you notice mine, here's something I will go over. So let's look at it fairly quick. It is quick. Mine comes in, boom. Let's watch. Watch how fast it is. That's actually playing right now. Look at that. That's it. That's not me holding it. There it goes, and it's done. Don't do an intro that's very long. Some people make the mistake of that. People don't want to sit there and watch your intro. Yeah, it brands you a little bit, but get back into what's really important, what people are trying to learn from you. That's the most important thing. Especially me, I'm always really training and getting down to something very important. People want to hear that. Even when I miss the mark on a video, which is rarely happens because I usually am so a perfectionist on that. I want to make sure that I'm talking about, just like I'm doing now, I want to make sure you guys really understand the intro and the outro thing, what they're used for. The intro on the front is for branding, and the one on the end is for you to tell them what to do. It's more of a call to action at the end. It's not really an outro like people like to call it. It's mainly your call to action. So let's just change the name for it now, because that's basically what it is. I'm not doing any intro here. This is all call to action. We're telling people to do something at the very end. Okay, so that's how you set all this crazy stuff up, and I will see you guys on the next video.